Major fast food chains are in serious trouble. From plummeting sales to mass store closures, these once iconic brands are struggling to survive. Remember when you couldn't drive a mile without seeing a Burger King or a Subway? Times are changing, and some of these brands are going to be left behind. Will your favorite fast food spot be next? Stay with us as we reveal the 8 fast food giants that might not make it past 2025. Subway, it used to be everywhere. The promise of fresh ingredients, customizable sandwiches, and that $5 footlong was a recipe for success. But lately? Not so much. Despite being the largest fast food chain by locations, Subway has closed thousands of stores in recent years. Franchise owners are struggling to make ends meet, sales are declining, and people are opting for what they consider healthier alternatives. Part of the problem is that Subway just hasn't kept up. Their menu feels stale, the quality has been questioned, and they haven't done enough to differentiate themselves from the competition. In the fast-paced world of fast food, you can't just rest on your laurels. So can Subway turn things around? They've been experimenting with new menu items and store designs, but is it too little, too late? Burger King, the king, home of the Whopper, a name that once stood tall in the fast food industry. It used to be a name that meant something in the burger world, a place where families gathered and friends met up for a quick bite. But lately, it feels like they've lost their way. The once bustling locations now seem eerily quiet. Across the US, we're seeing Burger King locations shutting down. The sight of closed stores and for lease signs is becoming all too common. Poor management decisions, a lack of innovation, and stiff competition from rivals like McDonald's and Wendy's have left them struggling to keep up. The competition is fierce, and Burger King seems to be lagging behind. Remember when they introduced the Impossible Whopper? That felt like a step in the right direction. It was a bold move that garnered attention. But one plant-based burger isn't enough to save a whole chain. The excitement was short-lived, and the novelty wore off. They need a complete overhaul, a fresh perspective, something to remind people why they should choose Burger King over the countless other burger joints out there. A new strategy that can reignite the passion for the brand. Is Burger King becoming irrelevant? Can they reignite the flame and reclaim their throne as a fast food giant? Only time will tell if they can make a comeback. Red Lobster. It's a name synonymous with seafood, with those cheesy biscuits, and with family dinners out, but lately it feels like even the endless shrimp can't save them. This once thriving seafood giant is facing an ocean of troubles. Financial woes, an expensive menu, and fierce competition from more affordable seafood restaurants have left them floundering. People are tightening their belts, and Red Lobster is seen as a luxury, not an everyday meal. They've tried to adapt, offering deals and promotions, but it hasn't been enough to stem the tide of declining sales. Can Red Lobster reinvent itself? Can they shed their image as an overpriced, outdated chain and attract a new generation of seafood lovers? Jack in the Box. Remember when they were the quirky late-night option, the place with the crazy commercials and the menu that had something for everyone? It was a go-to spot for those midnight cravings, offering a unique blend of humor and variety that set it apart from other fast food chains. Those days feel long gone. The once bustling restaurants now seem eerily quiet, a shadow of their former selves. This fast food chain, once known for its irreverent humor and diverse menu, is now facing a mountain of challenges. The charm that once drew in crowds is fading. High franchise fees, a shrinking customer base, and a string of lawsuits and internal issues have left them reeling. The problems seem to be piling up with no clear solution in sight. Franchisees, the lifeblood of any fast food chain, are feeling the squeeze. They are struggling to keep their doors open amidst rising costs and dwindling profits. High fees, coupled with declining profits, have made it difficult for them to stay afloat. Many are being forced to close their doors for good. Negative press and internal strife can cripple a company, especially in the court of public opinion. The constant barrage of bad news is taking its toll. Can Jack in the Box break free from this self-made prison? Can they find a way to turn things around and reclaim their former glory? Can they regain the trust of their franchisees, attract new customers, and silence the doubters? The future of Jack in the Box hangs in the balance. Checkers and Rallies, the double-sided drive-thru kings known for their burgers, fries, and budget-friendly prices. But in the cutthroat world of fast food, being cheap and cheerful isn't always enough. This dynamic duo is facing an uphill battle in an already crowded burger market. They're struggling to attract customers, facing stiff competition from established giants and trendy newcomers alike. Many locations have shut down due to low profitability, a clear sign that their current strategy isn't working. They need to find a way to stand out, to give people a reason to choose Checkers and Rallies over the countless other burger options available. The question is, can they do it? Can Checkers and Rallies reignite the excitement, draw in new customers, and reclaim their place in the drive-thru hierarchy? Hardee's and Carl's Jr. Can these burger brothers make a comeback? Hardee's and Carl's Jr. Two names, one company, and a whole lot of struggles. These burger chains, once known for their indulgent, over-the-top creations, are finding it tough to compete in a market saturated with burger giants. They're closing underperforming locations, a desperate attempt to cut costs and stay afloat. But when you're shutting down restaurants, it's a clear sign that something is fundamentally wrong. The problem? They've lost their identity. They're not the cheapest option, they're not the healthiest option, and they're not the most innovative. Can Hardee's and Carl's Jr. make a comeback, reclaim their place at the burger table, and prove that they're more than just a fading memory? Boston Market. The promise of home-style cooking, of comfort food classics, of a taste of home. It's a powerful concept, but even the most comforting of meals can't always overcome harsh realities. This once-beloved chain is facing a perfect storm of challenges. Lawsuits, complaints about food quality, and a mountain of financial woes have left them teetering on the brink. When you're dealing with lawsuits, it's not just about the legal ramifications, it's about the damage to your reputation. People's perception of your brand is everything, and once that trust is broken, it's incredibly difficult to rebuild. Can Boston Market rewrite its story? Can it address the concerns, improve its food, and win back the hearts and stomachs of its once loyal customers? Krispy Kreme. Those hot glazed donuts, the iconic green and red logo, the sheer joy of biting into a warm, melt-in-your-mouth treat. It's a sensory experience that has delighted customers for decades. It's a brand built on indulgence, on happiness, on those moments of sweet satisfaction. From the first bite to the last, Krispy Kreme has been synonymous with comfort and joy. But even the sweetest of treats can't always mask the bitter taste of reality. The challenges of the modern market are ever present. Krispy Kreme, despite its best efforts to expand and innovate, is facing a sugary dilemma. The brand is trying to stay relevant in a fast-changing world. Sales are declining, profits are dwindling, and the competition in the world of sweet treats is fiercer than ever. New players are entering the market, offering unique and diverse options. The novelty of a hot glazed donut can only last so long, and once that initial excitement fades, you need something more substantial to keep customers coming back for more. It's a challenge to maintain that initial spark. Can Krispy Kreme regain its sweetness? Can it reinvent itself while staying true to its roots? Can it find a way to innovate, to excite, to remind people why they fell in love with those melt-in-your-mouth donuts in the first place? The future of this beloved brand hangs in the balance. The fast food industry isn't just shrinking, it's transforming. Delivery apps, healthier eating trends, and economic challenges are forcing brands to evolve or die. People are becoming more conscious of what they're putting into their bodies, they're looking for value, and they have more choices than ever before. Some fast food chains are adapting, embracing technology, experimenting with new menu items, and listening to their customers. They're finding ways to stay relevant, to stay competitive, and to stay in business. But others are falling behind. The writing is on the wall for these struggling chains. The question is, can they read it before it's too late? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this.